Hi, this is Janet Wright. I think this is working, but chat a hello for me if you would, so I know for sure. This, for those of you who don't know me, don't know what this is, it's going to be a group healing that I do for 80 prepaid participants in 11 different countries. And let's see. Oh, I see people saying hi. That's good. Thank you. I think somehow I have a computer on somewhere in the house. So I hear myself in like a 7-second delay. So I'm gonna have to go and find that computer for a sec. So, but you like my shirt? This is a blue-footed booby. It's a kind of bird. Isn't that cool? Has blue feet, really. But anyway, I gotta turn off that other computer. I'll be right back. And then I'll fix the phone, fix the camera too. So I'll be right back, I swear. That's funny. I'm back. Thanks for waiting. All right, let's see. So basically how this works is we say hi, 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 and I talk about the theme of the group healing for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and then we start the group healing part. And if you are one of the prepaid participants, you could just relax and enjoy. You could heal yourself as I heal you, but that's optional. And if you are not a prepaid participant and you're just watching for fun, you're super welcome to do that. You could heal yourself as I heal these 80 people because I explain what I'm doing as I do it. So you might find that, inspiring and educational. All right, so I'm gonna catch up on a few chats for a second, and then I will talk about the theme, which is, well, I will say right now, the theme is purpose and success. So purpose and success in both a micro and macro way. So, like, what is your purpose this morning? What is your purpose on your day off? What is your purpose this work week? But also more of like this fall, this winter, what's your purpose? What's your purpose in this lifetime? What's your purpose in your career? It can be sort of micro or macro. Success, I think, has in part to do with self-evaluation, and both of those things have to do with a lot of different chakras. And so this is the third in the set, the triplet set of healings that we've been doing. A triplet set is a set of 3 healings, hence the name, triplet. And so they're on Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday. So this is the Tuesday healing for this triplet set, which is about success and purpose. So I'm going to catch up on some chats. I love looking at these. All right. Hi, Janet. Hi, Janet. Hi. Hello from London. Somebody got their braces today, and they will have the healing. Yay. Yeah, that would be good to have a healing on the day you got braces. That'd be cool. Well, good. Oh my God, I'm actually making it to a live healing. Yay. Yep, you made it. Hi, Janet. Hi there. I'm just following along. Just starting to study, and you're on. Yay. Love the theme. Perfect. Purpose. Yes, please. Yeah. So we have people from all over the world watching, and we have participants, prepaid participants, who I will be healing during this live stream. And then we have people who are not prepaid and just super welcome to listen and learn and heal themselves as they watch if they want. Let's see what else we got. I'm gonna rest horizontal and let it wash over me. That could work. Unless you feel like you're getting really sleepy, then you better sit up. Well, or you could just sleep through it. Some people do sleep through the healings. Because you know it's saved as a video later, so you can watch it later too. The thing with meditating lying down could work. Some people do that a lot. I would say if you do it a lot, just so you know, most times when people lie down, when your body's lying down, your spirit a lot of times will, most of the time, unless you consciously sort of counteract that, your spirit will float above your physical body. So technically, I mean, my intention, since if you're a prepaid participant, my intention is I'm healing both your spirit and your body. So I think the healing would probably work fine that way. Because like I said, plenty of participants are sound asleep, and that's for sure, you know, their spirit is far away from their body, and I'm healing both. So it's up to you. But if you meditate and you're always like this, then be sure to heal and clear your physical body as well as heal and clear your spirit body. Just with your intention, you know, clean both of them out. Okay. Smiley face. If I'm healing myself, do you have any advice? Yeah, don't mess up. Just wing it, girl. You can do it. It's not brain surgery, I swear. It can only help. So what I'm going to do as a healer is I'm going to use gold universal healing energy, just like in all my videos, you know, and I would suggest you could do that with yourself. And just like I suggest in a lot of my videos, I'm going to be using, well, I would suggest you use a copy of whatever part of your energy system we're working on. So if we're healing, you know, your shoulders, you could imagine just your shoulders and just kind of unblock them, you know, using your hands, using gold light from your hands. But it's just like all my videos. Hello, hello. Okay. Oh, and just a quick word of explanation. At the end, I will probably answer a few questions. I'm going to try to have this live stream be a little more concise than Sunday's live stream, which was quite long. I mean, this one will be long, but Sunday we kind of maxed it out, I think. But anyway, if you text chat a question while I'm working, I'll probably just ignore it, and then I'll catch up at the end. Bye. Okay. So just I'm going to get everybody healed, grounded first, and heal the aura first a little bit. And then I'm going to talk more about the theme, success and purpose. So you kind of get a sense of where we're headed a little bit more in the healing. But let's start with, you know, getting more present first. Because sometimes if you just do concepts, it's not very centering. And therefore, it doesn't help as much. Okay. So grounding is really important. So grounding, you can make it nice and wide as your whole aura. So your aura is, you know, that big bubble all around you of your energy, right? And so you imagine creating your grounding as high as your third chakra, wide as your aura, all the way down to the core of the earth. So nice and wide, like a big waterfall, maybe, all the way down, red or orange or yellow, okay? So I'm going to heal the prepaid participants, and you can just relax if you're one of them, or heal yourself. And if you're not a prepaid participant, you can watch, you can heal yourself as you watch. So the gold light just unblocks things. One example of how grounding can affect people, I have one of the participants, she was having a lot of issues with her right leg and her right hip, and she couldn't quite figure it out. And I think part of it was she didn't actually unblock her grounding, the right side of her grounding. So her right hip was locked up, her right leg was messed up. She's like, I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. Well, your drainage is really important. So her right side of her grounding was totally blocked, and this side. And so it's important when you figure out your grounding, you get a sense of it, not just that, okay, there's some flow, okay, whatever, done. Like really get in there, into your copy of it and see, okay, what about the right side? What about the left side? What about the back? What about the front? Especially if you're having any kind of difficulties. But I think it's a nice proactive thing to do anyway. That way you can avoid dramas just by being a real kind of detail oriented with your grounding. Make sure every part of it's flowing all the way down to the core of the earth. And in general, when you heal, just breathe deep, relax. And sometimes you may, like maybe you do have acute physical pain or something and you don't feel like being present. So therefore you're above your physical body a little bit. You can imagine your groundings as separate since they are at that point. If you're like really sleepy or something, then maybe this is your body, but your spirit is like kind of up here, your spirit body, which is you. Your physical body is not you. I mean, people get confused with that, but this physical body is not me. I am an eternal spirit. I occupy my physical body, but it's not me. Okay? So body, spirit. If you're spaced out, that means your spirit is more out than in. So you just imagine two separate groundings. Of course, it's more healthy to be fully in as much as you can, and therefore it looks like just one grounding. But, sometimes you may be really out of it. You got to start somewhere. You can heal your spirit and your body separately if you wanted. But, if you're a newbie, complexity blows your mind, just ignore that. Ignore that whole thing I just said. What we're doing is we are unblocking grounding. So that means between you, your third chakra here, and all the way down to the core of the earth. We want it to flow, flow, flow. Sometimes you have an energy block in your grounding and you're kind of in denial about it, and so you can't quite sense it, so you don't quite release it. So as a healer, you can just say, okay, well, what are the energy blocks I'm really avoiding clearing in my grounding? And then just kind of, your intention is those are the ones you're noticing now. I want to notice the energy blocks I've been avoiding in my grounding, and then go ahead and make sure you melt them away and clear them. If they still don't clear, you could just say, angels, can you please help me clear all that? And that would be fine. Just make sure in your mind you say, angels, can you please help me? That way your angels help, and angels are very respectful. So you're not, it's nothing negative. So I'm going to do some aura repair with all the prepaid participants now, and aura repair is way easier than it sounds and very important to do. So why might you need aura repair? Like I have a participant whose daughter is not a participant this time, but her daughter has had aura damage, rips in her aura for a couple months now. But she didn't know it, her daughter didn't know it, whatever. So what it does is it just makes everything seem harder than it should be. Everything's a little more stressful than it should be if your aura needs repair. But fortunately, it's very simple to do, and I will link. I always do this in all the live streams. Afterwards, I'll link videos that I've mentioned below in the comment section. So I'll do that again this time. So you can learn aura repair. Angels, if you're able and willing to learn, angels typically think that's good, you know, to learn how to heal yourself. So they don't want to, you know, if you could do the video and learn it, then they'd rather that you heal yourself. But sometimes, you know, maybe you're sick or you're busy or you're really about to, you know, speak in front of, you know, 200 people in your work and you have like literally 20 seconds left. You know, you can say, angels, please help me, heal me now. Yeah. Fix it. Just say angels, you know, so you make sure who you're requesting this from. You know, angels, please repair my aura for me. But like I said, sometimes they're going to be like, yeah, you know the video, you should do it yourself. But it never hurts to ask. Personally, I mean, well, I know the procedures because I'm the one that made the videos, but I always like memorizing like quick versions. So I could do the video, but now I know the 60-second version, so I'll just do that in my head. But I've learned over the years that most people really like the walkthrough videos. They don't, it takes a while for people to get to a point where they can improvise like that and just do a 60-second version that they remember. What I've been healing now is just above the like the top of the aura, above the head, and then above the top of the aura, which is done in a video called Demo Positive Change Rain. So I will link that below. The purpose of this is just like, these healings cause people to release a lot, to grow a lot, like to bring in a lot of new energy of theirs. And so you need really good flow here because you're going to be bringing in that new energy from above, new energy of yours. And so if you have blocks here, it's like there's a traffic jam where you're trying to bring in new energy, but you can't because it's blocked. So then it feels strange, which we don't want that. And what I'm doing now is I'm just simultaneously combing through the top and the bottom of all the aura layers. The top and the bottom. Because I have two hands. So I do the top with one hand and the bottom with another hand. I don't think there's really a wrong way to comb through your aura. You know, so I might do it one way sometimes just because I feel like it helps, but then other times I'll do it a different way. Like right now, I'm also combing through the aura downward through all the layers. And, you know, you make sure that you're, you know, like say if you're combing this way on the sides of the aura, then make sure you also comb the front and the back of the aura because you can get energy blocks anywhere. So I'm looking at a sample person, so I'm just going to pause talking for a second so I can look at this person. So if you have some herbal tea, now would be a wonderful moment to sip it or just breathe or work more on your grounding. I'm blocking your grounding for a sec because I got to look at this one participant. Okay. Thanks for waiting. So that's one of my dogs making noise. If that kind of stuff really annoys you, then I'm just not your healer, unfortunately. I apologize. But I have dogs and cats, and there's nothing I can do about that. Later on, I'll show them on camera. They're cute. But anyway, okay. So with purpose, like knowing your life purpose, or having a sense of even micro, but also macro purpose, like what's important to me in life? Yeah, that kind of thing. Sometimes you can get too obligated to other people in a way. Like it's a little selfish in a good way to have a sense of your own purpose. But sometimes you can be so focused on helping others, maybe in your family or whatever, and it kind of makes you lopsided a little bit. And so you don't have enough flow because you're not focusing on yourself, your own energy, your own flow, as a spirit, even just subconsciously. So anyway, the sample person I was looking at, when she's asleep on the astral with her angels, her spirit definitely knows, has a really very clear idea of her purpose, like what she wants to do for a living, how she sort of like the vibration and nature of her personal life that she wants. She's really clear on all of it in her sleep. But then when she wakes up, she says that her spirit tells me that she forgets it. And why does she forget it? Well, because the physical body chakras, some of them are a little too, well, for her, and I think this is pretty common, the heart chakra. Her heart chakra is a little bit too geared towards her family and her place in her family and feeling obligated to her parents and, taking care of her loved ones. And so what we can do now is we can help you to clear baggage out of your heart chakra so that you're still a kind and compassionate person, with your loved ones. But it doesn't imbalance you to the point where you forget about what's important to you as an individual. Okay? Another example that I'll give quickly is one with myself. Was thinking about it this morning that for me, I like sort of a life purpose concept that's pretty broad. If you know me, I mean, a lot of my clients I've worked with for, many years, even 18 years, some of them over time. But if you work with me that long, you don't really need to work with me anymore because you're a really good healer of yourself. But it's still fun. But anyway, I have a very open-ended life purpose sort of concept for myself because I like, if I get done with something, if I finish learning in a certain way, I don't want to be consciously thinking in too narrow a way. So, at this point, and it's not written in stone, I don't take it that seriously, but I feel like, my life purpose, is 65% to enjoy my life to the fullest. So 65%, for me, I feel like that's my balance, enjoy my life to the fullest. And then 35% is my purpose is to help others enjoy their life to the fullest. And the reason that I have that 65%, 35% that I'm going to try to keep in mind, later it may change, but is because I feel like if you're not really taking care of yourself and really enjoying your journey, you get imbalanced, you get too worn down, you get too depleted, and you don't have as much to offer others. You don't have as much wisdom and experience to help others from. So I think in the past, even recent past, my ratio's gotten off. I still had that sense of my purpose is to enjoy my life to the fullest and help others to enjoy their life to the fullest. But maybe my energy focus was like 80% helping others and 20% helping myself, which totally didn't work. It complicated everything way too much because I was too focused on my helping of others, and that made me overwork and depleted my wellness and made everything way too complicated. So just a personal example. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to recheck everybody's grounding because the participants grounding, because this stuff can trigger a lot. But then we're going to do some heart chakra special clearing so that in case you have some baggage like I did and like this client I read right before me does, you may have some heart chakra, fourth chakra baggage that is causing you to have a weird ratio between yourself and others, and maybe your energy, subconsciously on a spirit level is too focused on others, and therefore you just don't have the energy and the focus. You're just too strung out to realize what your own purpose is, or maybe you know it, but it's just not happening. So anyway, let's get to it. So I'm checking everybody again, their aura. One or two people have like exes or loved ones that are kind of bitter, and so when they take a leap forward, they have an ex-husband, for example, who throws energy at them. And so during this, that's part of why I recheck people's aura during the healing, because say Jane Doe, she's my participant that has the pissy ex-husband, right? The cranky ex-husband who's like, why are you getting healed? So she steps forward, she gets so much more present, and then he goes rant, 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 and rips up her aura a little bit. So that's why I just kind of do a little extra aura healing. So if you have somebody like that in your life, there is a nice video, Resolve Conflict and Boundary Issues, which I will link below for later. You can look at it in the comment section, but it helps to chill out those people. But that's why I keep rechecking people's aura, because there's a good number of people who have somebody like that, and they haven't, maybe calmed them down recently with that Resolve Conflict and Boundary Issue video. Like if you have a really jealous ex, you could do that video, proactively once a week, for a while, just to like help them relax and forget about you. Okay. And then recheck the grounding. Oh, you know what? We could do blanket exercise too. Blanket exercise is this super easy video. I'll link it later down below. It's like 11 minutes long. You just make a blanket out in front of you and you heap onto it all the baggage that's triggered right now. You just make a pile of it, and then you double check with your angels. Is it okay to melt all this baggage right now? And then you go ahead and melt it. Because your angels will take something off the pile if it's too much for you to melt right now. So go ahead, gold blanket out in front of you. Big pile of whatever's triggered right now, whatever baggage is triggered, gold light. Oh, ask your angels to double check your pile. And then gold light, go ahead and melt your pile. So gold fire, gold water, whatever, just send gold light to the pile, maybe with gold suns, and just let the pile melt away. Or you could blow up the pile if you prefer that. All right, good. So that's a nice simple process for whenever you feel triggered in life. Triggered maybe because you just had a nightmare, or you just watched a violent movie that turned out not to be a good idea to do, whatever. You have something triggers you, and really even subtle things can trigger you. Like here we are talking about life purpose, so that's triggering. All right, cool. So now we'll do a little bit extra work on the heart chakra in a special way. Just gonna double check. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do sticky gold wax. And the video is called Sticky Gold Wax 7 Chakras, is in the title, because there's also a sticky gold wax for the shoulders. But this is different. This is Sticky Gold Wax 7 Chakras. And that's what I'm going to do with people now. So you imagine a copy out in front of you of all 7 of your chakras. You can do astral and physical at the same time. Just imagine them kind of inside each other. So all 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 of your astral and physical chakras. And then just use gold wax and melt it all around. It's healing energy, this gold wax. And just melt it all around the chakras. And the idea is that when you remove the wax, you're going to be removing energy cords from other people that shouldn't be there, and energy blocks that are blocking up these chakras. And so you just get rid of the wax, give it to your angels. I'm just smiling because some of the newbies were like, whoa! Telepathically. The veterans know that that's a good one. So they're like, yeah. All right, cool. All right, so now heart chakra. So I'm going to do specific healing just on the heart chakra. So if you're doing that too, just imagine a copy of just your heart chakra out in front of you. So it just looks like an open cylinder, right? Round opening in the front, round opening in the back. So you could just imagine a copy out in front of you, round opening, cylinder part, and you can spin it around too, you know, just to help yourself if you want. But just surround it with lots of gold healing energy. If you're cooking right now and you can't use your hands, just lots of gold suns in front of your chest, lots of gold suns shining on your upper back, and just let the gold suns do the work. Just keep breathing deeply and have your intention be that the gold light is going to heal and unblock your heart chakra and repair it if needed. Melt away energy cords if needed. So, and then now we're doing more of a specific unblocking where we want to melt away energy that messes up your ratio of yourself to others. So for me, intuitively, I just think, I was meditating earlier today about it. So I figure 65-35 is good for me, because what I do for others, you know, with this healing stuff is so intense and demanding that I need the 65% focused on me in order to do both well. You know, really enjoy my life to the fullest and help others. So it depends. You could have a 50-50 balance, whatever you want. But I would say if your balance is, I wouldn't recommend, it's totally up to you, but I wouldn't encourage a balance of more than 50% for others, just because it can lead you to become very imbalanced and depleted and kind of martyry. And that is not as helpful for others. So even if, you know, you're not, like, you know, Mother Teresa, right? She helped a ton of people when she was alive, Mother Teresa. But her spirit took care of herself. Her spirit, you know, on a spirit level, she protected her inner strength. She guarded her inner strength. And so she may have, you know, minutes and hours wise been helping a lot of people all the time, but she kept it together. You know, her intention, however she did it subconsciously, she had a good balance. And that's how she was able to do it for so long and be so powerful. Okay, so just an example. Not that you have to be Mother Teresa. But anyway, so you're healing your 4th chakra, which is in the center of the chest. Heart chakra is the other commonly used name for it. And just melt away energy blocks that mess up your ratio of yourself to others. Now, some people, there may be some participants who don't give enough to others, and they're only thinking about themselves and never thinking about being compassionate or considerate to others. Probably not a lot of them are watching me who feel that way, but it's possible. So it would be the same problem. It would be just energy blocks and baggage in the heart chakra that's making you only focus on yourself. So just lots of gold light, and your intention is you want to help, you want the the most optimal balance between focusing on yourself and focusing on others. Right? And so we're just going to help you to release whatever baggage is messing up that balance. Right? Because we want you to have your purpose energy for this lifetime. It's more fun when it's conscious, although you don't have to be conscious of your purpose, but it can be heartening to have a sense of, what am I doing? you know? But too, you can have a general purpose like I do, enjoy my life to the fullest and then help others to enjoy their life to the fullest. It just as an example, it doesn't have to be that. But, and then for me, at least these days, how I help others to enjoy their life to the fullest is, largely through teaching them how to heal themselves, also providing healings, but, helping people, democratizing spiritual information, helping people to, everywhere, no matter how much you earn, so that you can learn how to heal yourself, right? But that's me, that's what but that also is part of how I enjoy my life to the fullest, is I make sure my energy is really nicely well cared for all the time. But enjoy your life to the fullest could mean a different thing for you, right? But you could still have that purpose statement because it's nice in general. So maybe for you, enjoying your life to the fullest these days is like, mountain climbing every weekend, or, it depends. Maybe it's just, like one of my clients, I was talking to her recently and she says, well, I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom, particularly in the next 2 years, because my daughter needs, she needs me. She needs me to be there for her. Which is fine. She can still have a purpose of enjoying her life to the fullest and enjoying helping her daughter to enjoy her life to the fullest, and she can find ways to enjoy her present at-home mom life to the fullest. She can still work on herself. She can still give to herself. Obviously, it's sort of an art to be able to give to others and give to yourself. Sometimes it's very easy to get into extreme states where you only focus on somebody else, and I think if your heart chakra is very healthy, you don't get stuck that way. I think it's a fourth chakra, heart chakra thing. So, and we can do blanket exercise with this one too. Just, imagine a big gold blanket out in front of you and just just take out in front of you just whatever baggage is in your heart chakra that you need to release in order to have an appropriate optimal balance between, focus on yourself and focus on others. So just imagine, take your hand, grab the baggage, put it on the blanket out in front of you, and then melt it with gold light. I was just helping the participants with that. Sometimes it feels like the baggage is like right at the surface. Like, I can't turn this mug over this way. Sorry about that. But it's like sometimes it feels like the baggage is like right by the round opening, but sometimes it feels like the baggage is more inside the cylinder part. But you can melt it no matter where it is in your heart chakra. Even if it's inside there, just imagine your gold light and just send it in there and melt it away. And I always say this, like, for me, I like to only be aware of what's healthy and gentle to clear right now. So you can just kind of have your intention be, if you want, the same thing. You know, I want to only heal and clear and see and imagine what is healthy and gentle for me to clear today. There's a video, stacking and clearing 3 ways. That helps people to be less scattered. And I think that is nice to do just in a general sense, because there are people that are pretty darn scattered, you know, and so until you kind of get used to being in one place at one time, you know, maybe in the past you've kind of gotten stressed and part of your spirit's like, I'm out of here, you know, and so you have little parts of you, you know, kind of far off. So it's good to get those parts of you back. Because if your life gets better and say you have a good day, it doesn't automatically get these stuck parts of you to come back. You kind of have to be like, hey, it's okay now. I can do it. Come on back. So you just imagine these far off parts of you, and it's described in that video, Stacking and Clearing 3 Ways, which I'll link below. But you just run gold light through those far off, overwhelmed parts of you. And then those parts of you get better, and then they can come back. And this is also relevant for this theme. I'm just seeing live, you know, that because I'm talking about, you know, purpose and giving to yourself versus giving to others. And it's just, let's see. Like my sample client, she is scattering, especially because we're talking about purpose and success. Because I think for her, she consciously thought her purpose and success would be, you know, in XYZ career, but right now she needs to do something different. And so she's kind of train wrecked about like, oh, what a bummer, I can't do XYZ that I thought I needed to do in order to have my purpose and you know, be successful. So this idea of purpose and success can be triggering, and it can make you scatter. So so that's why we're doing it right now. So we're just helping these parts of you to come on back that are somehow, you know, stuck, maybe stuck on an old idea of what success was for you. You know, what did you think success was when you were 5? What did you think success was when you were 10? You know, what did you think success was in a past life? You know, maybe that doesn't line up with what you need to do now, and that could be freaking you out and making you scatter. So just help those far off parts of you to feel better and be more flowing, and that way those parts of you are going to want to come back. And the more of your energy comes back, the better you feel, the more you can get the most out of your life. All right. So I'm going to work on chakras just a little bit more, because we just did a big process about the heart chakra, and then we brought back these scattered parts of you. So I want to make sure everything's integrating really nicely, everything's still flowing well, checking above the head. So you could, if you're just doing above your head, you could do it literally, like right here, above your head. Or you can do it, with a copy up in front of you, because then you can go higher up even, above the top of your aura, and clear those energy blocks. So someone asked about nausea. Sometimes I get nauseous. So nausea, feeling like you're going to barf. A lot of times it has to do with the third chakra. Third chakra, right here, below the sternum bone. So, but it also has to do with grounding very often. So if you're feeling nauseous, it could be that your grounding just got really thin and blocked. And it could be also that your third chakra blocked up. Those would be the two top things to check for nausea, I would say. But also, like if you're talking car sickness, stuff like that, you could have gotten triggered, like especially triggered, like you could have energy blocks in the front of your inner layers of your aura maybe that are locking up, all these lower chakras. So you just kind of, once you get your grounding better, then just maybe work on all those lower chakras, 3, 2, 1, and then your aura right in front of 3, 2, 1 and right behind 3, 2, 1, and just make sure those chakras open up more. So the angels want me to look at a different sample person. So just take a deep breath and enjoy your herbal beverage, hopefully, or just chill out for a sec while I look at another sample person. Okay. So another, the angels picked out another sample person, and this sample person, unlike the other sample person, one of the sample people I read, when she's asleep on the astral with her angels, her spirit, she as a spirit totally knows what her purpose is. It's just that when she wakes up, she doesn't remember it anymore. So then, we helped her to open up her heart chakra more, clear baggage out of there, so she had a healthier balance between herself and others, so that hopefully then over time, she'll wake up more having a sense, maybe not like immediately wake up tomorrow going, oh my God, I know my life, but over time, but this sample person that the angels just showed me, even on the astral in his sleep, he's stuck about his purpose. And this is not just him, there are other clients, of course, too. That's why that's why the angels pick sample people for me, to just, because it's going to help everybody, really. So anyway, he's stuck even in his sleep about this, and he's stuck on that his life is ruined because certain people did bad things to him. So it's a fact that certain people did harmful things to him, but he's stuck in a victim perspective about it. And sometimes I actually lose clients over this. I mean, not in this case, but in the past, I have lost clients over that, because you can get so stuck in victim energy that you get offended when someone points it out to you. and the person's like, how dare you, ah, and then they freak out, and that's it, I'm dead to them. But it is what it is. It's not that you weren't or aren't victimized, it's that there's a special way that you can heal yourself to overcome that more fully. And if you don't, you can keep replicating victimizing experiences, or you can just be blocked in all sorts of different ways, creatively, or maybe your anger just overwhelms you a lot, and you just don't have a lot of clarity, because at the root of it, you're stuck thinking, well, so-and-so ruined my whole life. So if your whole life is ruined, that's that. It's a very defeatist bunch of energy, but it's real. You really were harmed. But anyway, so long story short, what we're going to do is clear victim energy. Woohoo! I do have several videos about clearing victim energy, and I would suggest that everybody clears victim energy, because even if you feel like very pro-empowerment and rah-rah and confident in this lifetime, you probably have some victim energy from past lives, or victim energy from somebody else that you absorbed, and it's affecting you subconsciously and just complicating things. So I think it's a great thing to do for everybody. And yeah. Sometimes it's just a little sad that the people that most need to clear victim energy, they can't do it. But they'll do it in some lifetime. There'll be some lifetime when they're ready to, turn the ship around, or work to turn the ship around. Maybe they're just not ready yet. So anyway, but I know all you guys are ready to clear your conscious or subconscious victim energy. So we're going to do it, of course, bit by bit, as much as is healthy and gentle to do today. So I'm going to do it with the blanket exercise again. So go ahead and make a big gold blanket out in front of you. Imagine a big gold blanket. If you don't like the gold blanket, just make like a gold dumpster or a gold box, or, just a big pile. And just pile on the blanket or the box or whatever, make a pile of your victim energy. Energy of like, this idea that so-and-so ruined your life. So-and-so broke you. So-and-so did terrible, terrible things to you. Because, yeah, okay, maybe that's a fact, but there's this energy about it that is a victim, huge, massive chunk of victim energy. And that's the stuff that you want to destroy. You can't destroy your life experience, don't worry about that. But you can destroy this sort of very charged, heavy stuff about, oh my God, this person did terrible things to me. So go ahead, and we'll have angels check the pile, so you can't do too much, don't worry about it. But just put out in front of you any conscious or subconscious victim energy that is affecting you. And again, it could just be victim energy that is from your sister that you just absorbed, because she dumped on you when she was talking to you on the phone, So just pile out in front of you any victim energy that you need to release, and then we're going to have your angels double check the pile. So angels, please double check my pile. And it could be that your angels say, you need to put a little more on that pile, and that's fine too. So if you think maybe your angels think you're not being honest with yourself, and there's more victim energy that you could clear today, we'll have them check again, don't worry, but you could put more on your pile. And then say, angels, please double check my pile again. And then now we're going to melt the pile. And your angels double checked it. So if you had put too much on, they would have taken some off for you. So don't worry. So we're just going to melt it with lots of gold light. And just breathe, try to be aware of your physical body, maybe touch your face or touch your fingers, wiggle your toes, feel how that feels, because you don't want to get too focused on the pile that you're melting. It's funny because everybody wants more joy, but which is great, but clearing victim energy can absolutely bring you more joy. But you might not think, oh, I want more joy, so I'm gonna clear victim energy. I mean, it's like, but you just think of the opposite. I want more joy, so I'm gonna clear victim energy. And the two are very connected. So let's do one more of those. The angels are like, one more, one more. So we'll do the same thing, but again, and we can tune it a little. Okay, so gold blanket out in front of you and dump onto it any baggage, any victim baggage that's in the way of your purpose and success. How about that? Any victim energy that's in the way of your purpose and success and joy. Throw that in too. And go ahead, dump as much as you want on the pile because you're going to have your angels double check it. So just dump on the pile any conscious or subconscious baggage in the way of your purpose, success, and joy. Any victim energy. Just dump it on there. And just say, angels, can you please double check my pile? And then just go ahead and melt the pile with lots of gold light. I'm just smiling because it's really cute to watch people make their pile. So I'm looking at another sample person, so just enjoy some tea or breathe. Just relax for a sec as I look. And clearing victim energy is something quick, you can do, like quickly ground yourself, quickly check your aura for aura damage, melt away the rips in your aura. Then once you get a nice whole aura, it tends to expand. Your aura tends to get bigger when it's nice and whole. And then once it's nice and whole, your grounding is nice and flowing. Then you can just wash out victim energy. You could do it with the blanket like we did. You can also just wash it out by sending gold light with your intention to wherever there's victim energy. So you melt it away without using a pile or a blanket. Just say, hey, I'm melting away victim energy. Sometimes that helps. It helps to do it both ways. Because sometimes there's victim baggage that you're totally able to separate from you and make a pile of it and melt it that way. But sometimes there's baggage that you're a little too bonded to and you don't kind of realize it's there. And so you might be able to melt that with this way, where you're just doing gold light throughout your whole space and you're sending the gold light to the victim energy and melting it. What we're going to do now, we're probably going to wrap up soon-ish, just because everybody's cleared a lot. And so there tends to be a point where it's like, you're done, so I can feel like we're getting to that point. People have cleared a lot. But what we're going to do is healing energy flowers, where you create energy and give it to yourself. And we're going to do healing energy flowers for your purpose and success energy. So whatever way you need to heal yourself and nourish yourself so that you can have purpose and success energy, your purpose and success energy. Because we've done a lot of clearing in this triplet set, clearing out energy from your family, from society, from past lives, a lot of clearing out. But I think it's nice to just create energy too, just with your intention. I am creating just a reminder for myself. I'm using universal healing energy of rainbow colors, but I'm going to match it to the vibration of my unique success and purpose in this life. And then I'll have my angels double check it, so I know it's a good match for my success and purpose in this life, and then I'm going to give it to myself. Okay? So that's the idea. And if you don't like flowers, making the energy healing energy for yourself as, big flowers, you can make a big ball of, healing energy of different rainbow colors, or, whatever. Imagine like a big comfy blanket that you wrap around yourself, whatever works for you. Basically, you just give it to yourself and then it dissolves and goes wherever it needs to go. So it's not really a big deal what it looks like when you give it to yourself, but it's nice to have fun. So, if you prefer something, then go for it. Okay, so go ahead and make energy healing flowers out of universal healing energy, whatever rainbow colors. You don't even have to think about the colors or see them. I usually don't even think about what color they are. And just you're making energy healing flowers for yourself and match them to your energy of success and purpose in this life. So your micro energy of success and purpose, like what do you need to do this morning, but also your macro sense of success and purpose, like, in general, overall. And say, angels, can you please double check my success and purpose flowers? And maybe you didn't make enough. Maybe you get kind of depleted. You need to double and triple and quadruple the flowers, make a lot more of them, And say, angels, can you double check my flowers? So you make even more. And then just give them to yourself. However you want. Just bring them towards yourself. Let them just go wherever they need to go in your space. So I'm going to make sure everybody's doing that. It's really cute because there were some newbies that were like, I can't do it. I don't know. What are you talking about? Ah. And I said, okay, well, have your angels show you how to do it. And then they were like, oh. Because creating things on a spirit level is super easy. You're just like, and there it is. It's not like a big complicated thing. So do that again. Just whatever healing energy flowers you need. And just make a whole bunch of healing energy flowers for yourself and make them be the vibration of your success and purpose in this lifetime. And just have your angels double check them and give them to yourself. And I'm going to heal people basically at the 4th chakra a little extra. Because I noticed some people, they're not like fully absorbing their purpose and success flowers. Kind of like they're a little too positive for them. Okay, so one more time. Just this time, we'll just do any healing energy you need in order to have more of your own sense of purpose and success. Okay, so whatever healing energy you need right now. Okay, so go ahead, make those flowers, whatever healing energy flowers you need to nourish yourself so that you have more purpose and success. more of your energy of purpose and success. And say, angels, can you please double check my flowers? And then go ahead and give them to yourself. All right, great. That seemed to work a little better for some people, that last version of it. Just rather than some people really liked the first version where you create these healing energy flowers and you match it to the exact vibration of your success and purpose in this life, and then angels double check it, and then you're like, oh, cool, and then you give it to yourself. Some people really like that, but some people I think it was just too triggering for them. I don't know how to match it to my success and purpose. I don't know my success, so to just think of it like what healing energy do you need to get you closer to your success and purpose in this life? And the rest of the people, that was more approachable. So depends on what you like. Let's do like a Mr. Potato Head game. I mentioned that in actually both of the other healings of this series. So the first and the second healing. So November 1st and 3rd, 2019. Mr. Potato Head game. It's just that Mr. Potato Head, whatever, it's just a process where you think of, okay, well, there could be some beings that, you're a mighty and strong and powerful eternal being, but there could also be little beings that are kind of messing with you in your energy field, making, maybe energy flow less well somewhere in your space. So you can get those out of your way with angel help, right? So I'm going to help the participants do that, but you can do it too if you're just following along and watching and you're not receiving the healing from me. So you just imagine, okay, out in front of you, the beings that are bothering you, if there are some beings that are bothering you that you need to get rid of, and just ask your angels to recycle all of them. And then you just relax and have your little herbal beverage while your angels do it. They work fast, so it's just going to take a couple sips. You don't have to have tea. I'm just playing around. It's good to be hydrated, though. All right, so let's do that again. Just imagine, if there are any beings that are messing with you, you don't have to be conscious of them. Maybe they're just little blocks in your grounding or something, but just, imagine copies of those beings out in front of you. And that's the Mr. Potato Head part. You can make them look like little Mr. Potato Head dolls, which is a doll that looks like a potato that has silly eyes and a silly nose and a silly mouth, right? So you just imagine copies of these beings out in front of you and make them look silly and funny so that you're not scared. And then just say, angels, can you please recycle all these beings? Okay, So I think we're pretty much done. Let's just have an angel blessing at the end. So just, and then, if you could text chat a question or two if you want, um, we'll do that briefly, or just you can text like how you're doing, how the healing was for you. But just as a final wrap up, just ask your angels, angels, can you please give me a healing and a blessing? And can you heal my success and purpose energy? So, and if you're a newbie, you may be thinking, well, does that even work? You know? But angels can hear your thoughts really easily. So if you just say, angels, can I have a blessing and a healing? Think that with your mind. It is absolutely working. It's just you may not feel it because you may not be present enough yet to feel subtle energy shifts that are occurring. But it still works and it still helps. And then eventually you're present enough that you actually feel stuff when that happens. So again, angels, can you please give me a blessing and a healing? And can you please bless my success and purpose? Okay, cool. So I'm just going to make a note that the healing ended at 1 hour, 14 minutes into it. So I'm going to catch up on some chat reading. And so, like I said, if you could give this, I should have said this at the front, at the beginning of it, but if you could give this live stream a thumbs up, or this video, if you're watching later, give it a thumbs up. If you feel like the world is a better place, if more people see it, that's how you could help make that happen. It's just give it a thumbs up. Also comments. YouTube has some algorithm where they calculate, if people commented, they feel like, oh, it's better than if people don't comment. So that's why these silly little comments, they're fun for me too, actually, but they help the video as well. All right, so I'm catching up on the greetings and stuff. I got some cute little imagery people sent me. Hi, Janet. I was guided to do a 1-to-1 ratio. So that's referring to your balance between yourself and others at the heart chakra. So remember, I had said for me, it actually needs to be 65% enjoy my life and 35% help others to enjoy their life, just because the way I help others as a healer and a teacher and a reader is very taxing. And so I really need to heavily invest in myself and my own life, my personal well-being and my personal enjoyment of my life in order to stay balanced with it and healthy. But, to each his own, everyone's different. Someone else says hi, hello. It's nice to see that, we have people watching that were not participants, that have never watched my stuff before. You're definitely very welcome to watch and heal yourself, as I heal the prepaid participants. And I should actually take a second to mention that, I do healings regularly. The next one is on the 17th of this month. And that one only has probably about 5 spots left in it, unless people have been buying it up during this live stream. But I think there are maybe about 5 spots left in that one. For November 17th, it's a healing called a Healing Masterclass, which is like this. It's a big healing, but there's a little bit more work. There's the archangels, Ariel and Jophiel, help me in a more obvious way, and I'll say some messages from them out loud about the topic. So that's the Healing Masterclass, which is always on the 3rd Sunday of each month. So this month it's on November 17th, and my website says there are 9 spots left, but that's just because I haven't updated the text on it. But I think there's more like 6 spots left or 5 spots left for that. And then there's the triplet set coming up. Oh, wait, I should say the theme on that one, because you can watch even if you don't choose to buy it or it's already sold out when you get around to trying. The theme on that one is positive relationships with others and the subconscious, which is no accident that it's around Thanksgiving, US Thanksgiving. I mean, it's not exactly Thanksgiving, but that's in the neighborhood of Thanksgiving, which is, you know, a very social time for many people. For some people, they don't want it to be social, but then other people expect them to be social. So there's like social dramas. So that's why the theme is extra useful around that time of year, positive relationships with others and the subconscious. So anyway, and then the triplet set is a set of 3 healings for the same low rate. And that's in the December 6th one, December 6th, 8th, and 10th is that December triplet set. That one's on joy, self-love, self-care, and it's also going to have physical body healing of some sort. I don't know if it's going to be muscles and bones and joints or some other way to heal, maybe meridians, you know, Chinese medicine meridians. I do not know what level of physical body healing I'll end up doing. Part of it will probably be what I see in the prepaid participants and what they need. So we'll see. And then the December masterclass is positive outlook and self-transformation. And that'll be December 15th. There are still a bunch of spots on that one left, December 15th, Healing Masterclass. But that's right by Christmas and a lot of people's holidays and stuff. So that, of course, is going to sell out. So don't snooze on these things. Anyway, okay, so that's enough on that. Wiped out after heart clearing. What a relief. Thank you. Well, good. Hi, Janet. Doesn't herbal tea usually have caffeine? No? I don't know what herbal tea you've been drinking. I mean, technically, the caffeine leaf is an herb, you know, so I guess. But herbal tea as a term is usually refers to non-caffeinated tea. So like, for example, peppermint leaf tea would be an herbal tea. There's no caffeine. It's only the leaf of the peppermint plant. Of course, peppermint is cooling, so I would not advise it for this time of year unless you live south of the equator. But anyway, yeah, so no. Herbal tea is usually a term for tea that does not have caffeine. This is a custom tea that I make. I call it my homebrew, and because my acupuncturist tells me, you know, exactly what I need, and then I make it. I order the stuff and, you know, cook it up and make it. So this is goji berry and astragalus root. It's a tea from goji berry, astragalus root, and the outer bark of the cinnamon tree or bush. So it's a special kind of cinnamon called rogué, which is different than cooking cinnamon. How about that? So that's my herbal tea. But anyway, so if you go to an acupuncturist who's really good, they'll be able to tell you what herbal teas are most optimal for you, which is pretty hip. So, you know, because everything's medicinal. Any food you eat does have a medicinal effect on your body one way or another. Any tea that you drink does have a medical effect on your body one way or another. And so that's one thing that's so cool about Chinese medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine is, you know, they know all that stuff, you know. And so you can, if you go to an acupuncturist and, you know, current, because, you know, 2 years ago, what you needed is not what you need today, most likely. So if you go to one, they'll tell you, you know, what herbal teas are best for you, what time of day to drink them, all that stuff. I feel really good. I'm a little sleepy. The third healing always makes me feel sleepy, but I feel great. Yeah, part of why the third healing might make you feel sleepy is because you need a little extra unblocking above your head. Because by the third healing in the triplet set, you've released so much and you're so trying to bring in a ton of new energy. So you probably just have like a big stack of energy blocks up here that's kind of causing this sort of, you know, like sort of, well, let me just sleep for a while. So, I think that's why. So that video demo positive change rain if you wanted a walkthrough of it. Otherwise, just, you know, just imagine the top of your head and the top of your aura and just unblock. And then keep unblocking your grounding. And because I don't think for everybody it's always third chakra, you know, when you're tired and you're sleepy. It could be. But I think if it, you know, I think in that person's case, and sometimes if it only happens to you in the third healing, that's probably just you're trying to bring in a bunch of new energy and you have a clog up here. Maybe your grounding needs unblocking too. Okay, somebody says, I feel great. I loved the victim energy clearing. So powerful. Yeah, me too. It really helped. I need to do it more often. I did notice that some people need to do that like every day for the next week, is clear victim energy. I forgot to say that part. I was working up to saying that, but I didn't get to say it. So yeah, like some participants, like their angels are like, please keep clearing victim energy, keep clearing victim energy. So if you want a walkthrough of it, you know, I will link a clear victim energy kind of video down below. That won't be an hour and a half long, you know, if you like walkthroughs. But you can just, you know, shove some baggage out in front of you, say angels double check it and melt it. You know, that's good enough too. One question. Sometimes deservingness comes up when I feel good. Any thoughts about how to clear this? So deservingness is, you know, thoughts of like, oh, do I really deserve this? So that would be heart chakra blockage typically. So you just unblock your heart chakra. That would be usually it. And any kind of heart chakra work. So like I have a video, Enthusiasm Flowers. That's a healing energy video where I'll link that below. Enthusiasm Flowers. Because the more you nourish your heart chakra, the better it works, and then you won't have that issue of feeling like you don't deserve to be happy. I feel better, Janet. Thank you. You're welcome. You rock. Was not a paid participant today, but loved this. Well, you are super welcome. I think you guys are rock stars. Woo! Thank you. What about Metatron recording for November? Good question. Well, there is a recording. It does exist. It will come out. The question is when. I'll try to put it out later today. We'll see about that though. If I don't do it today, then it'll come out, you know, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But it does exist. What I'm going to be doing is moving to where because this one too is very topic heavy. The Metatron recording for November 2019. Metatron is an archangel, and fortunately, Metatron gives me the time of day and gives me, you know, says messages that I can make into recordings for people. And it's donation appreciated if you could, because I used to sell these recordings on my website and that was actually working fine. But I always like to try to give to people who also cannot afford it. So that's why I put it on YouTube now. But I still am asking for a donation if you could afford it. Otherwise, if you can't afford it, then just use the recordings. But anyway, so this November one, it's very topic heavy. There's a lot of interesting information in it. And that's where they're moving towards. They're moving less to be about like, okay, this is exactly what's happening in November, you know, astrologically or whatever, more towards like, well, this is whatever the angels wanted me to teach to you guys right now, which it could be just, you know, they see that we all need it for some reason. It could be, you know, whatever. So the November one, it'll come out, you know, but I'll put the topic in the title. And then in the future, they won't be called like the December 2019 recording. It will be called, you know, Metatron talks about non-judgment, or Metatron talks about, you know, creativity or whatever. And they will be probably once a month, but sometimes not. You know, sometimes there'll be a month gap in between. But anyway, so that's what they're moving towards, is more like focused, concentrated, topic-oriented stuff. It'll still be Metatron for sure most of the time, but then it'll still be, you know, an extra archangel maybe as well. just like before. I was thinking green tea, oolong, black tea, etc. Thanks for clearing that up. Yeah, so those are technically, yeah, so caffeinated tea is from a plant. It's just not commonly referred to as herbal tea. Okay. Goji berries are great. I used to eat them dry. Yes, you could like cook goji berries into like quinoa or something. You know, that would be more digestible if you cooked them rather than eating them dry, but you may have a much stronger digestive system than I do. Yeah, I would not. Someone says, I'll see about getting goji berries as a tea. You just make a tea out of them. You would just boil them in water for 20 minutes, and then you have the tea coming from them. You don't, you just, that's how you make tea, is you just cook things and in water that's boiling, and then that's the tea. But like I said, every food is medicinal, so you may not need goji berry tea. That may be the worst thing for you. So it's not like Western medicine. With Western sort of natural medicine, you almost get this sense of like one size fits all, and they have these superfoods, and oh, everyone should be drinking blah blah blah. But I don't. I think that's a little bit ignorant. I think traditional Chinese medicine has a more nuanced understanding of that, different people have different physical issues going on, different weaknesses. And so that's why I said, if you go to an acupuncturist, Chinese medicine acupuncturist, herbalists, they'll tell you what your weaknesses are and what tea is good for you. And then, maybe it's a tea that comes in tea bags, but it'll probably maybe not be a tea that comes in tea bags, and you just buy the bark or buy the berries and boil them and make your tea for you. When you have upper back pain, especially in the shoulder blade, does that correspond to any chakras? Not so much. I mean, it usually just means you have aura damage in the back, like your aura is all ripped up, and so your aura is not doing a good job anymore of protecting that part of your body. So you would first do aura repair, check your grounding again, stuff like that. I mean, it could be that you got some damage on like a part of the back of your heart chakra. And so, maybe there's like a big wedge of energy stuck in part of your heart chakra and then part of your back. And so you just kind of imagine if there's something like that and ease it out and give it to your angels. But for it to have gotten deep enough for you to get that level of discomfort, you probably have aura damage, which you can heal. So yeah, shoulder blade back pain would not necessarily correspond to a chakra problem. Hi, somebody says hi, hello. Is purpose always tied to helping people, the planet in some way? Not necessarily. No, I mean, your purpose could be to, it could be about self-expression. But, for example, or about creativity. But I think typically there is some level of other in your purpose. Maybe your purpose, part of it is to stop overgiving to people, learn about being balanced in your self-care and your relationships with others. So there's probably some level of other learning, other related learning in your purpose. But your purpose may not overtly be to do anything with other people. But I mean, we live in societies, so mostly most people will have some level of other in their purpose as part of their purpose, either to be confident around others, or to stop overgiving to others, or whatever. I really like how you make energy clearing so simple and fun. Thank you. I don't know how I feel right now, but I'm sure I will feel better as the day goes on. Yes, most likely. Thank you so much, Janet. This was fabulous. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna start to say goodbye now. So if you guys want to say your goodbyes, I mean, it's not goodbye forever, I promise. I never like that word goodbye. It always sounds so final. Goodbye. Goodbye for now. How about that? I'll type that. I love text chatting, like the little kid in me. Goodbye for now. Thanks. Um, so yeah, good night, good morning, good afternoon, depending on what it is for you. I always like that too. People are watching from all over the world. Um, yeah, so like I said, the next, and if you don't know when the next healing is, you know, even if you just want to, you know, not pay and just watch, you know, watch along as I heal people, you know, go to my website, janetwrightreadings.com. There's a payment page, sessions, there's a sessions menu. It says pay here, and that'll list all the upcoming healings. But like I said, the next one is Sunday, the 17th of November. And then after that is December 6th, 8th, and 10th. And they're always the same time of day, so it's easy. All right, guys, you guys are awesome. Woo! Thank you. All right. Oh, wait, gotta show the animals. Sorry, hope you didn't sign off and miss the animals, but you can see later. Okay, so this is Yo-Yo over here. Yo-Yo, Yo-Yo. He's cleaning himself, so not too exciting. Yo-Yo. There we go. Hey, Yo-Yo. He's like, what are you doing, Mom? Okay, so that's Yo-Yo, and then down here, that's Daisy. She's all blurry. Sorry about that. That's Daisy. There we go. And then there is a mush of two dogs, which you can't really see because one dog has a lot of black. But okay, so the dog in the corner, that's Abel. And then the dog between Abel and Daisy, that's Izzy. But he's all curled up, so you can't exactly see him very well. And then that's it. The other cats are other places, so sorry you can't see them right now. But I'm gonna go and have a really good big breakfast. That's part of my purpose today. Also, I think I might plant some daffodils. Okay, you're awesome. Bye.